happy Monday. It's here. It's time for Oregon Trail 2. Hopefully it works correctly. I did a little bit of testing and didn't encounter anything funky, so we may be in the clear, but, you know, I never just want to make that assumption. I should probably push the button so y'all can see it. Hi. What's up, Galaxy? Babsy is back. It's gonna be a good time. Brood will be joining us shortly. He's cleaning the grill right now. Because it has just been raining so much, and we need that stuff to, you know, not collect all the moisture in the air and rust out our grill. That would not be good. So. I can feel the sarcasm from here. Only a little bit. Most of it is I'm just very, very tired. I slept like absolute crap last night, so... we were about this close to saying, no, we're playing this tomorrow, but... I know I've been putting this off for long enough, so we gotta do it. We grilled some beef fajitas on Friday. And they came out pretty dang good, and there was a lot of it. Since I could not find the small pack of meat I wanted, we got one that was about 3 times bigger, so... It's good though, because we actually made fajitas the first night, and then last night we used some of the leftovers to make kind of like a fajita bowl thing with a bunch of rice, and then a bunch of the beef cut up, and then just some cheese. Normally I would do onions and peppers with it, but I just didn't bother this time because I was like, eh. No, he's cleaning it out. Because we did not get to it over the weekend. 2 weeks in the UK and got back Saturday. Yay. Find out there's a garbage collection strike during a heat wave. Oh god. You don't want to be around when the sun hits Diaper Mountain. That's awful. Oof. Alright. Let's try to get this started here, and then we will, we'll get everybody caught up, because it was a long weekend. At the very least. And then, yeah, Bebsy just had a big trip. Alright. We're gonna hit new game here. So once again, I do want to remind y'all that, this game is about this big on my screen. And the background of the text for at least the little bit of info that I saw is this, you know, this bright yellow. The text is brown, and that's okay, except the font is really skinny and really tall, and it's very hard for me to actually read it, so... I may not read out the whole stuff. I may just try to skim through some things in order to save my eyes and save myself a little bit of embarrassment. Instead of just fully leaning into it like we normally do. Diaper Mountain, I didn't know they renamed the White House. I digress. Alright, who all's along for the ride here? Obviously, I'm the captain of this ship. Oh, we can change how many there are. We can have up to 5 others. That's rad. Let's see, a greenhorn, an adventurer, or a trail guide. We're gonna start on greenhorn. This is our difficulty selection here. We are little babies, as I've never played this before. Formerly a banker. A devious captain. You lost the trail for 5 days. Crap. A few days pass. You lost the trail for 8 days. Crap. Galaxy wandered off for a week. Fair. Alright, what do we want to be here? I have no idea what the buffs and things are gonna be like for this. Also, we have several more occupations available. Every time you end up near a waterfall, damn you like those waterfalls. There's treasure behind them, and if there's not, it's a bad game. That's the rules. So we got banker, doctor, merchant, pharmacist would probably be helpful. Wainwright? I know there was a time in my life where I knew what that was, but it's not right now. We have a gunsmith, a mason, a blacksmith, a wheelwright, a carpenter, saddlemaker, brickmaker, prospector, trapper, surveyor, shoemaker, journalist, printer, butcher, baker, tailor, farmer, pastor, artist, teacher. Fire up the thoughts and prayers cannon. Anyway. So I am kind of leaning toward pharmacist. Well, we have doctor and pharmacist available here, which is interesting. I wonder if the doctor just has more money with the additional medical advice, whereas the pharmacist is just the medical advice. We can also check the guidebook here. I'm not sure if that's just only for the farm wagon, but let's see what we got. Alright. Practical guide to the overland trails in the western regions of North America. Including a detailed itinerary and sound advice for the judicious immigrant. Fantastic. Advice. Oh god, that's gonna be hard for me to read. The wagon. Draft animals. Okay. We'll need to check that in a minute. I like that the music stops every time I click on one of these so that it can play the page turning noise. Food and medicine! Okay, here's occupation. That's what I wanted. No! That's the guidebook. Oh, Jesus, I can barely see that. And y'all can't see it either, because this is yet a third window. Hang on, let me see if I can fix this real quick. We'll make another window capture. What? No, not that. Because this is going to be the same problem that we were getting from the other game. Let me make sure that this one doesn't double up. Wait, what? What does it say? There's already a window capture 3. What? There's not, though. What? Okay. Music is overly joyous for what's next. Let me see if I can set this up real quick, and then we'll, there we go. Occupations. Okay. Oh, we gotta make that a little bit bigger. Hold up. Hold up. Okay. That's bigger than it is for me, so, yeah, I may need help reading this. And let's not put that all the way at the top here. Okay. Hopefully that behaves. Y'all let me know if the windows do some weird stuff. Alright. While you're looking that over, I'm gonna read a Galaxy put. Ended up not streaming on Thursdays or planned to. He killed any will to stream. Ah, yeah. Understandable. Understandable. Compensated on Friday though. Started at 5 and change and finished at 3 a.m. Jesus. It's fabulous. Also, I might leave earlier today. I want to stream one quest in Genshin. Today's the last day it can be done without losing some FOMO rewards. Ah, very good. Very good. Oh god, yeah. Let me tell you what we did on Friday. So that was the new information that I received. Because we happened to see that our bowling alley was having a special for July 4th. And it was like unlimited bowling and then some other stuff at the place that... We saw unlimited bowling and we were like, yes, for about the same price as one of our usual sessions. We usually just go for like an hour and a half once a week on the cheapest day. So we went right when they opened, Friday morning. We bowled for 4.5 hours straight. We got 14 games in. And I wanted to get in a couple more. However, they finally put somebody in the lane right next to us. And it was like a family of 8 with 3 adults. And then the rest of them are children, including a baby and a massive ass stroller, which they wheeled into the actual, like, you know, booth thing where you're supposed to wait. And then actually up to the little, like, screens where you type in your name and stuff. And I'm like, are you... What? Why? Why? And then one of the adults wasn't even doing anything. She had headphones on and was playing on her laptop. And it's like, if you really insist upon bringing the baby in the stroller with you, and then you've got somebody taking up this entire table on her own, there are plenty of tables out in the main area where she would still be able to see and talk to you guys. And you could have her sit with the baby, but instead we're gonna bring it all into here. Anyway, I was like, nope. So that's what made us leave. And, oh my god. Never mentioned a bowling alley before. But yeah, just kind of people. Anyway, so yeah, we did that. We were very tired, and we knew we were gonna regret it. Next day we were so freaking sore. Oh my god, I'm still a little bit sore, but it's mostly back to normal now. But yeah, we had one really good game. Actually, that's not true. I had 2. I PB'd on our very first game by 1 pin, so I got a 165. And then on our 9th game, we thought that was going to be our last one. And so, whenever we have a limited time left and we're starting a new game, we just get into a mode where we don't think, we don't try to strategize, you just get up and throw. And funnily enough, those usually end up being our best games. We try to psych each other out, like, well, not psych each other out. We psych ourselves out and try to focus on too many corrections, and that just makes us just throw it right into the gutter. But when we just get up and throw, we do really well. Brood got a 170, so he's the first of us to reach that milestone. I got a 169 that game. However, I got my turkey. I got my 3 strikes in a row, so very pleased with that. And then we had a few more decent games after that. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we did Friday. We went bowling all day, and then we came home and we tried to nap for a little bit. And then we grilled. And that was our day. And then the rest of the weekend was spent in recovery. So yeah. Anyway, what is it we're doing? Oregon Trail. So here's the breakdown here. Banker obviously has the most money, has commerce and trade skills, doctor's got medical skills and money. Merchant has commerce and trade skills, but less money than the banker. The pharmacist has botany skills as well as medical skills, which... and a decent amount of money. I was leaning towards pharmacist, actually, because that seemed to be a little bit useful here. Wainwright is blacksmithing skills. Okay. Gunsmith is sharpshooting. Mason has no special advantages because we're not going to be laying any bricks here, I guess. Maybe you described bowling. I know you had a great time, which is always pleasant to hear. Yeah, most of the time we have a good time. Some days are just bad, and then we get stuck in our heads, and it's just that, or the machinery doesn't work and doesn't give our balls back, and it's just like... But yeah, for the most part, we're having a good time, and we're continually improving too, so that's fun. Yeah, back when we started doing this in like March, our averages were probably about 70, and for us to be hitting 170 now is pretty dang nice. Yeah, I'm sure the other ones are, Surveyor actually has no special advantages, and that's kind of funny. Teacher and artist don't either. Okay, yeah, the pastor's there to boost morale. Yeah, okay. Yes, the dysentery is part of God's plan. Not being sad about it. I'm gonna choose pharmacist. Okay, other things we can pick here. Which month do we want to set out? Bebsy, how was your trip? We can pick which year as well. We have quite a wide range here. Also, we can choose where we would like to set out from. Independence is the one that we did in the first game, since there was no choice. We can also leave from St. Joseph. God, I want that to be a B so I can say we're leaving from Naboo. And then Canesville. I know Independence is in Missouri. I know nothing about these other places. We can also choose where we want to settle. We can settle in Oregon City, Sacramento, which is in California, Great Salt Lake City, which is in Utah, or the Rogue River Valley. I don't know what that is. Hooray. Oh yeah, does anyone have any thoughts on that? Stuff for the day right when you launched the stream, and when I saw Oregon Trail I knew I couldn't leave for the store, so I ordered a pizza. Good. Alright, so we just want to go with the default here. Alright, next choice. We can do a large farm wagon, or yeah, large, small, or Conestoga? I don't know what that is. I imagine that's super big, so worth $75. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's kind of wild to me. Oh, the drop-down menu doesn't show up on the capture. I'm seeing that now. It is, it's like the word cones and then toga as one word, so C-O-N-E-S-T-O-G-A. Yeah. Alright, anyway, who else on this trip? We got Brood. We got Galaxy. We got Bebsy, of course. Now we could either have just us four, or we could add in an extra person, or we could, you know, have this other default person. Google, why are you showing me a giant modern truck? Put the word wagon with it. There we go. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I guess that just means it's one of those little leaning ones, like... Just looks like a wagon to me. Oh, we can put EB in here. Do we want to actually change the ages here? What are our upper and lower limits? Alright, our lower limit is 5. And our upper is 65. I have an idea. Random number generator. Minimum is 5, max is 65. That's how we will determine our ages. Alright, Galaxy wants to be, actually 33. Okay, we can do that. Oh wait, what the hell? Okay, hang on. We have actual, like, all of the numbers from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, up until... Yeah, so we have every number 5 through 20. Once you get up to 20, it goes 20, 25, 30, 35, etc. It just goes by 5s once you get up there. So we'll have to put Galaxy at 35. That's really weird. Why isn't it capturing the drop-downs? And yeah, see how the character creation is duplicated here? This is why I don't put in that extra window. Hey, Wizzy, she must have lost the stream trail, lost 7 days of streaming. Alright, we're gonna put in random ages for everybody else. First one is Bebsy. The RNG has given us 43, so we're gonna round that up to, or no, first one is Brood. So we're gonna round that up to 45. Been looking for you since Thursday. Ah, yeah. Yeah, we took Friday off, and then, weekend. Yeah, we can put Wizzy in. Put Wizzy in instead of EB, so EB doesn't have to suffer without actually being here to witness it. Okay, now I do Bebsy. Bebsy is 8. Alright, let's roll for Wizzy's age here. Wizzy is 19. It's actually funny because Galaxy wanted Bebsy to be a child. It's been in the rainy Scotland, he's suffered enough! It certainly sounds like he has. Alright. And I do not get to determine my own age, so, why does this disappear? Okay, it's 30 minutes and we're just now getting started. We have a large farm wagon. Capacity is 4,000 pounds. Oh wait, if I click, does it... Capacity is 5,000 there. Ooh. I'd have liked it myself. Scotland just always treated me well. Yeah, seemed like a little bit of a culture clash, maybe? Or culture shock, that's what I was looking for. 19, and my job is working on a farm rolling haystacks. I'm going on this trail because haystacks are boring. There we go. Alright, we're gonna pick the big wagon here. Let's travel the trail. Alright. Here's our prologue. You're a pharmacist who has come to Independence in 1848 for the purpose of setting off on a journey west to Oregon City. You've already bought a Conestoga, sure, we're gonna call it that, wagon. But you still need to buy the other supplies you'll need for your journey. If you wander the streets of Independence, you'll see various stores that should be able to provide you with supplies, provided you have enough cash. You'll also see people who may be able to give you some good advice. Alright. Hello, person.
Ain't this exciting? All these folks bustling about, getting ready to strike out on the trail. Just speaking for myself, I can't wait.
Tell me more.
I've spent pretty near all my life so far cooped up in my parents' home back east. But I just got married 4 weeks ago, and now my husband and I are heading out to make a new life for ourselves.
Pardon?
I've spent pretty near all my life so far cooped up in my parents' home back east.
Okay, that
but
just
I
makes
just
a
got
repeat.
married
Okay.
4 weeks ago, and now my husband and I are heading
No,
out to make a
Pepsi,
new
not
life
yet.
for ourselves.
We have to wait for them to steal a dozen oxen during the night unnoticed for some reason. Do you have any advice?
I hear disease is the biggest danger on the trail. You gotta stay healthy, eat right, don't push yourself too hard, and get rest when you're sick. And be careful at rivers. Rivers kill almost as many people as disease, but I'm sure we'll do all right.
That doesn't work. Oh, hang on, I have to load it first. Speaking of rivers killing almost as many people as disease, during the little bit of testing that I was clicking through, we encountered a couple rivers that were like 1.5 feet and 2 feet deep, and someone actually drowned, so... I am not going to ford any of the rivers. I'm not doing it. It's not worth it. Brute's yelling at me from the kitchen. He's yelling coward at me. Okay.
Howdy.
Hi.
Howdy.
Everyone's so nice.
The
Let's see who
merchants
else
here
is
in town offer
Use
basic
river on
packages
town
of
folk.
supplies based on the size of one's party and estimated length of journey. Of course, you can shop around on your own or add to the basic set. So, which package would you like?
5-month package, 6-month package. That's a pretty big savings. So there are like hella shops here, seriously, and I kind of don't want to deal with that right now, so let's just see how the package goes first.
You bought everything you need yet? We probably don't have much more time before we have to start heading out on the trail.
Who are you?
I've been shopping around comparing prices. Now and then you find a good deal, but dad blame it if I don't think these merchants here have gotten together and worked things out so's they keep the prices high.
Capitalism.
Buy your provisions now while you can. Any stores or trading posts we come across on the trail ain't likely to have as good a selection as here. And if you think the prices here are bad, whoo-wee, I hear they's 2-3 times higher out west.
Okay. He's not wrong.
Howdy. Hi there. Morning. Hello.
Alright, let's visit the pharmacy here. Oh, let's see. Magic friends and I went to another town. Historical museum. This is a single building. It's a giant area with castles in it, museums, restaurants, stables, a blacksmithing house. Walls stone with an imitation of an ancient people's camp. Woo! Nice! That sounds awesome! Very cool. Oh god. Alright, let's maybe buy some medicine here. Medicine such as allspice, aloe vera. Okay, that's legit. Alum. Yeah, I can see that. Ammonia. Yeah, kinda. Anise. Borax. Brandy. That's the fun medicine. Calomel? I don't know what that is. Anyway, we've got one of aloe vera and one of alum. Let's buy a bunch of medicine, considering I'm a pharmacist. Let's just get a couple of we have to use all of the borax to make slime. Necessary. Look, we get all that for $2.20. Old Spice isn't medicine. I mean, if you use enough of it, you can induce vomiting. Hi. No! No! Petra! What the hell was that? I learned yesterday that aloe vera is considered as possibly carcinogenic. I mean, huh. Hey, it's this guy we talked to earlier. Okay, we have some bullets, we have some gunpowder. We have one rifle. I would like to buy another rifle. Because I'm worried that something's gonna happen to ours. Slim chance it's next to nothing, but the jury's still out. Fantastic. Okay, here's the wagon shop. Spare ox yokes, we've got one. Wagon axle, wagon tongue, wagon wheels. I'm gonna get another tongue, actually. And another axle. And let's get some more yokes, actually. Yes. Let's do that. We still have over $1,000, and I'm like, I don't know. This costs $3. Who's this guy? Play Wonderwall.
Howdy, stranger. It looks like you're fixing to head out west, too. Fine opportunity for people with the gumption to do it.
Gumption?
We brought a few personal items with us, but we're hoping to buy our foodstuffs and fresh animals here. But I ain't too sure exactly where to go first. Don't devote any great portion of time to packing your wagon till you bring in all your supplies. We're planning to pack up the wagon whilst we're waiting for the train to assemble.
Okay. She couldn't get you in there. Prude was in the bathroom and Petra's just... Today's the day of misheard lyrics. We present to you ox yolks. Creamy. Let's see what else we got here.
Hello, friend. Are you also preparing to set out on the trail for the new land?
Good lord. Where did you get that wig, sir?
That's what we're doing, my folks and me. Our home caught fire and burned last month, and we lost pretty near everything, except our lives, praise the Lord. So we figured we might as well go west.
You know what? That's fair.
I wouldn't leave with fewer than 4 draft animals. 6 or more would be even better. Take plenty of food and clothes, and maybe a few spare wagon parts. Don't waste money or wagon space on much else.
Alright.
You bought all your supplies yet? You know, some folks forget about some important items that might prove right useful out on the trail.
This lady drives me nuts because she looks just enough like Sigourney Weaver that my brain just goes, ugh. She doesn't look like her at all, but if you start thinking about it, you can kind of see it.
Just about everybody buys food, extra clothes, guns, ammunition, and spare wagon parts. But there's some other things you might want to take as well.
What happened on the 4th? Twitter's crapping itself with accusations about some kind of natural disaster. Yes, it has been all over the place. So, the deal is that, Central Texas got a ton of rain in a very, very, very fast, period of time. Small period of time. There we go. And, what the issue with that is that, there's a river there, and, that thing ultra flooded. And so around the area are a lot of, children's summer camps, and trailer parks, and it's one of the more rural areas, so there's not, you know, they don't really have any good warning system. Yeah, exactly. And, what's, you know, hilarious about the whole thing, if that's the word we want to use, is that, you know, the lawmakers in charge of that area were... I saw a statement this morning, and he's like, well, if I knew this was gonna happen, I may have changed my vote. The vote he's referring to is on, hey, we should maybe put some more alert systems in place, so in case something bad happens, we can tell people about it. And of course he was like, nah. So, you know. So what happened is, there were a couple of the children's camps in session, and, one in particular that got hit really hard was a Christian girls' camp, and I've seen ages from, like, 7 or 8 to up to 14 and 15. It just flooded. They had no warning or anything until, like, the counselors woke up at, like, 4 a.m. and it was already, like, chest high or whatever. And they're like, oh crap, this isn't good. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, the trailer park in the area was just completely wiped off the map. The camp was just pretty much completely destroyed. There are still several of the young girls unaccounted for, and at this point, yeah, so, lots of people died, still many people missing, and the rain is still coming, like, it just keeps raining. And then there was also a little bit north of, the capital of, Austin area, was also, super catastrophically flooded. And there have been a few deaths from that, not nearly as bad as the camp situation thing, but that's also happening. And then there's another town that was, like, kind of to the northwest of all of this, too, that, also was just completely underwater. And yeah, it's still just raining, and raining, and raining, and raining, and it won't stop. But, you know, climate change isn't real. It's unusual for that area that nobody was anticipating it. The problem was that the weather models that they were using, like all of the meteorologists in surrounding areas were using, like, this thing didn't show up until, you know, like, right about it when it was about to go down. Like, they had no idea it was going to be this insane. And, yeah, so they had no clue, but then once they did, they were trying to get warnings to these people, and of course they didn't get them. So, yeah. So now, everybody in the area is really focusing on, hey, you guys are still gonna be getting rain, and, it's a bad situation all around. Lots of unnecessary deaths. But yeah, so, it is a pretty big thing, and it's not good. And then, of course, our administration is, you know, actively taking money away from and canceling, programs and getting rid of, all of our weather service information and all of that, which people are instantly jumping to blame that right now, and I can't blame them. But the vast majority of the meteorologists that I've seen actually talking about it are like, hey, we can't blame this on all of that stuff getting, you know, taken away. And then actually explaining what was going on. Like, this was just a freak storm. And really, like, the biggest problem was that we couldn't get warnings out to the people who needed it. But anyway, yeah. Weather forecast is as accurate as me forecasting when I will... Now an expert or two saying we're already now past the point of managing climate change. The best we can do now is hunker down and endure. Yeah. Yep. It's okay, though. It's just, you know, the Democrats and their weather machines. Just, are you freaking serious? You people just cannot accept responsibility for anything, can you? I don't know about that, Wizzy, but I'll do my best.
Well, I wouldn't go without a good long
still
rope
haven't
or
started
chain,
the actual
which
game
can
yet,
help
I'm
in
sorry.
crossing rivers, or going up and down steep hills.
Let's see if we have rope or chain.
Hey, you looking for a wagon train to hook up with? Our train's still in need of a few more wagons. You want to join us?
Go on.
We're planning on leaving soon. We're a large group of good, hard-working folks.
It's already a machine that could have solved a lot of our problems. The French made it a long time ago. What?
I wouldn't even dream of heading out on the trail alone, or even with any fewer than 10 wagons. The more people you go with, the greater your chances of survival, and that's the gospel truth.
See, you know, I was fine with you until you said that, and now I just want to leave. And yeah, Brood has been singing that since we played Oregon Trail last time. Saw one post that was trying to demonize weather forecasters, and I was extremely confused. Yeah, they're doing the best they can with what they've got. They could just say, screw it, you're on your own, so, you know.
Howdy! Looks like you're heading west too, like me.
Yay, pizza!
Me and my brother are gonna start a farm out west. I hear there's land aplenty, and no better soil this side of the Ohio Valley. I hear the best time to start out on the trail is in April, but I reckon there's different opinions about that. Well, best of luck to you.
And I like that we get this advice, like, after we've already determined when we're going to head out. Though I think you can wait. are in the stables. So, we currently don't have any animals. The cat's chasing Brood. Well, the UK's biggest hate against forecasters was Michael Fish in 1987. Go on. Are you wearing 1960s clothes? It's what they had on hand. The budget's not great for these guys. Go outside and search for clouds. If I see a cloud, I go, it might rain, bring a coat or my umbrella hat. There you go. So, we should bring oxen, for sure. I'm going to buy 12 of them. And then there's horses, mules, chickens, milk cows, pigs, birdies. That says bridles. Okay. Who's like, what birdies? What? Bales of hay. Alright. You can't. Who else will tell us wonderful anecdotes and make funny swears at us? I don't know what we need horses for, but I kind of don't want to leave without any. And then we'll get some chickens too. Let's do 8 chickens. The call that the weather front coming our way is going to fade out. Hours later, a hurricane tore through the UK. Jesus. How they managed a school summer camp to be submerged chest height in water is crazy. It did happen during the night. So they woke up about 4 a.m. and were like, oh crap. This is a lot of water and it's very dark. Not have any guards at night. I assume everybody was asleep. Like, I imagine they would just have, like, you know, cameras and stuff, but not any actual people. Later on the day, apparently a woman rang the BBC and said she heard there was a hurricane on the way. Well, if you're watching, don't worry, there isn't. Yikes. Let's get some milk cows and some pigs. And some bridles. And let's get a bunch of hay. School kids unprotected at night in a summer camp. We should buy a lot of hay, but I don't know how much stuff is gonna weigh. This is like all of my money. Can I name our cows? Funeral parlor. Hang on. Oh, I'm not allowed to go in there. Let's go in the general store. Okay, we've already got this stuff. We have 425 pounds of bacon. And myrrh. We should probably get a few axes. Let's buy some axes. We do need banjos. Bottles of basil. Okay. There, we'll do this. Alright. We've spent most of our money. I have no idea what any of this stuff is for or what any of it will do for us. There's the hotel. Okay, we're not allowed to go in there. Oh, we haven't talked to this guy yet.
Hello, friend. Say, has your wagon train formed yet? And have you met to form the council that'll provide guidance and governance on your long journey?
Oh, God.
The bylaws and regulations drawn up by your self-elected council will be your only law on the trail. You got to keep out the bad element and make arrangements for settling disputes. I have here a complete and elegantly scripted constitution, suited to all upright citizens. Drew it up myself. I had a year in law school, you know. If you let me join your wagon train, I'll be glad to offer this here constitution to you free of charge.
Well, hot damn. Oh. Yeah, that was a goofy voice. Okay. I think those are all the places we can go to. Okay, we talked to her already. Let's go. Alright. An hour into the stream, we are heading out. Before setting out, you need to pick a wagon train to travel with. The following wagon trains are about to set out for Oregon City. Who do you want to go with? Alright. We have train 1, which is 17 wagons and 57 people. We have train 2, which is 50 wagons and 180 people. And then we also have train 3, which is 5 wagons and 24 people. We have 1 vote for train 3. Clicking out of here for a second. Alright. We want to struggle. Does anyone else have any thoughts on the train we should join? I mean, there's gonna be struggling no matter which one we pick. Okay, we have 1 vote for 2. That's so many people. That might help us because we may be able to trade with other people, but I'm not entirely sure how this will work, so... Alright. We have a vote for 2 and a vote for 3. Someone else picked one of those, not train 1. We need a tiebreaker. Morale is high, is it? But then we can just go steal them right back. Getting you. Oh. Why are you whining? Why are you being whiny? Hi. Hi, sweetie. Petra does not know what to do with herself. Brood is home and she's just very soft. Dig those nails into Brood's shoulder there. She needs a nail trim. Good job, you have a strong and capable 8-year-old. Yeah. Yeah, Bebsy's 8. We rolled for ages. You're 45. He says... Okay, I'm going on train 2. Just to get us going. Alright. Let's go. Alright, we've already encountered the Blue River. Let's check the river conditions. River seems pretty tranquil. Right, it's 750 feet wide and it's 2.5 feet deep. We could try to ford it, but we're going to lose all of our crap and die. So let's caulk the wagons and float them. No, Galaxy! Westport. I don't know anything about Westport, so let's go. This is New Santa Fe. What happened to the old one? Who's around here? Oh, it's Guitar Guy.
Well, I just finished checking my supplies, and I can't say we're really in need of much of anything.
Tell me more.
I think I'll mosey over to the store they got here and see if there's anything I can use.
Okay, bye. Let's look for someone else. Who's this guy?
Say, You're one of them folks from that wagon train there, ain't you? Where are all you people coming from? I'm trying to get word of my cousin who's supposed to be out on the trail.
Michael Cera with the bald cap. Oh, God. I was thinking Paul Simon.
He came out of Kentucky and was traveling with 2 young'uns. His name's Brown, Elisha Brown. I'd like to tell him about a sadness in his family that happened just a week after he left.
Oh, no, not Brown. Brown.
Send what mail you can to your family as you travel. Forts are a good place for it. Ain't much else we can do except keep asking if someone's seen our people along the way.
Okay. The blinking is really unsettling. Alright, what are you up to?
Maybe there's a blacksmith or carpenter hereabouts who can help me fix my wagon.
That was not helpful or interesting. Goodbye.
I see you're going west by wagon. I sure hope you got extra sets of clothing.
Okay, this guy went a little too far back and now we're in the 1600s.
You'll need extra clothes. Trail's hard on 'em and it gets cold, and you can trade 'em to Indians for fresh vegetables, fish, or meat.
Microsoft Jebediah. Microsoft Jebediah.
It's well worth hiring an Indian guide whenever you can at a river crossing, but expect to pay them. They're sharp traders, not easily cheated.
Wasn't that the exact line from the first game? It was! Anyway. Alright, what are you up to? What are you harvesting along this dirt road here?
I'd like to buy a couple of fresh oxen.
Okay. Let's go. Right, that kid's not gonna survive high school. It's Blue Mound, which is actually green. Yeah, she wants the fresh oxen. None of that canned crap. Yep, that's a mound, all right. Yeah. All right. Galaxy's got cholera. That's good advice.
They need rest, lots of water, and some salt.
Salt, huh? What other advice? We don't have salt. That sucks.
We had best find a doctor while most of us are still healthy.
Okay.
It wouldn't be right to leave sick people behind. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you.
Rude.
Well, we're surely seeing the elephant now. I suppose the only thing we can do is rest and take care of ourselves before this thing gets out of hand.
Yeah, salt would be good, but, yeah, we don't have any, so we're just gonna rest a bit. How long do we want to rest? Let's do 4 days. Alright. Use gun on cholera. Alright. Let's see how we're doing here. Well, it says Galaxy's good, so, yeah. Is that window showing up? Why is that window not showing up? Okay, well, there's a party health window. I don't know why they put that in a separate one, but, alright. Fantastic. Anyway, here's the Kansas River. Let's check the conditions. 4.5 feet deep and 600 feet wide. You can pay the toll and take the ferry. And we should probably do that. Oh, there's a delay. Wait, it's only a day. That's not bad. We'll do that. Everybody have a nice day at the river. Alright. Oh, thank you, kitty. May as well be dead. Let me see if this one will pull it up. No, it doesn't. That's really weird. Okay, sorry. I have to keep clicking out of the window here. Are we still traveling or did we stop? Let's go. Alright. Red Vermilion River. Let's check the conditions here. 150 feet wide and 2.5 feet deep. The toll is $1. I'll take the toll. It's Scott Spring. There is so much freaking water here. They knew this is like the make or break for all of these games. I don't know why all these people didn't just follow Route 66. Galaxy House food poisoning. Alright, we cannot increase fluid and salt intake. Because I guess we still don't have any salt. I could give you peppermint for your tummy. Let's look at the guide here. Let's confer. Contents. Let's see. Diseases. Alright. There's alkali sickness. There's cholera. There's diphtheria. Oh, laudanum helps with cholera. That's probably what we should... There's dysentery. And then there's grip. Food poisoning and disease. I guess it's not. We've got malaria. We've got measles. Which everyone knows measles comes from broken bones. We got mountain fever, scarlet fever, scurvy, smallpox, typhoid fever, typhus, and other mishaps. Let's see, broken bones. And snake bites. Okay, cool. Alright. There's wounds from accidents. There's burns. Alright, cool. I want to see what peppermint... Useful in calming upset stomachs and relieving nausea. Yeah, that's what I was leaning toward. Have some peppermint. Injured livestock. Okay. If the food bit Galaxy, then it would be food venom. Yes. Okay, let's rest. I needed to rest for Galaxy anyway. You and the horse just get next to each other and just rest. Severe thunderstorm. Let me check. Alright, it says Galaxy is good again. We are all good according to the party screen. Do we want to continue as usual, slow down, or wait for conditions to improve? Scurvy is the easiest one. Eat a British person. Forgot to thank Bebsy for his resub. Thank you, Bebsy. Bebsy says, Oregon Trail 2 electric dysentery. How do I cure the vapors? Get advice. Alright, let's see.
Are you scared of a little storm? What's the matter with you?
Okay.
This storm is so fierce, we can hardly see ahead of us. I say we should wait it out. It's raining and thundering something terrible. I don't think we should do any more traveling today.
Look at freaking, discount Meryl Streep over here. That's eerie. Ugh, excuse me.
Are you scared of a little storm? What's the
Alright,
matter
so we're
with
booting
you?
this guy out of the camp. Let's wait for conditions to improve. Bebsy has a bad cold. Let's increase your fluid intake. Well, let's see what the advice is.
They'd better take care of themselves. Bad colds can easily turn into something much worse.
Little known fact, we British people, we only taste of lime for 3 months of the year. What are the other 9 months? Pork sausage rolls. Increase fluid intake. It's drinking all of our water. It's Alcove Spring. Let's see who's here. Hey.
Let's move on.
Good talk. Good talk. Who else is here?
Fine scenery round these parts.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Best tasting people were assigned the name Greg. It's the Big Blue River! Check the conditions. It's 200 feet wide and 3.5 feet deep. Of course. Talk and float! God damn it. You lost the following supplies. We lost our bottle of alum. 17 pounds of bacon, 4 pounds of cheese, 4 pounds of coffee beans. Hang on. The coffee isn't lost. We just have to get some jugs and get it out of the river. Oh, we lost our coffee mill though. Ah, crap. Oh, crap. Good advice.
It horrifies me every time I witness an accident like that, but we must learn from our mistakes to avoid similar incidents in the future.
A wagon accident? Well, I figure we're seeing the elephant for sure now.
Can we stop using that phrase? Wizzy's right here. We've already seen the elephant.
It horrifies me every time I witness...
Okay, got it. Get the wagon upright. Let's move on. It's St. Joseph Road Junction. Alright, party health. Let's see. Everybody's good except for Bebsy, who is fair. Bebsy is coughing, fever, headaches, runny nose, sneezing, sore throat. Can I... We can put hope. Let's rest here. Just a little bit. See if Bebsy can get back on his feet here. I like that it doesn't tell me either. It just keeps going. Well, except for now when we're actually at a stop. Alright, now Wizzy is fair. What's wrong with Wizzy? Wizzy has Bebsy's cold. Oh, I was resting so you guys would get better. 4 more days. Alright, how's everybody now? Okay, no change. You know what? You guys had your time. Let's go. Wait. Can I... We have a coffee pot. No mill, though. Oh, God. Oh, good. The game has bugged out now. Hang on, Let me go hunting and let me see if this will fix it. Here's what the hunting looks like now. We just filled one wagon up with water. You do have to reload by clicking that button. Alright. Cool. Alright, there we go. Now Wizzy's got a bad cold. Let's increase fluid intake, I guess. How's our water supply? Temperature's hot. I don't know. Ooh, wild fruit. Stop and gather fruit. We've got 26 pounds of fresh fruit. Let's go. But yeah, one of the known bugs with this version is that if you go to the wagon, you can't get back to the main screen here, which when I was testing it, I didn't experience that bug at all. So I was like, okay, sweet. But we just had it there, so I guess the solution is to go hunting. Americanism, which refers to gaining experience of the world at a significant cost. Never heard of that one, probably because anything who used it drowned crossing a river. Alright, let's see who's around at the Narrows. It's this guy again.
Fine scenery round these parts.
God, you're so boring. Change the record. Now there's this guy who's gonna be like, let's go.
Let's move on.
Okay. Oh, you're new.
I say we continue on our way.
Okay. Didn't ask, but thanks.
Let's keep going.
Also did not ask.
I think it's time we be moving on now.
Okay. You know what? I like this guy. He's just happy to be involved. Everyone else is like, let's move on. And he's just, you know... You literally asked them? No. No. The coast of Nebraska. Shut up. That's stupid. Alright, who's around?
Let's move on.
Time is a-wasting. Let's get out.
Okay. Alright. We're back here at Fort Kearney. Let's visit the fort.
At every fort or trading post along the trail, prices have been higher than at the previous place. This is outrageous.
Do go on.
They're taking advantage of us. If I had the chance to do it all over again, I'd buy more supplies at the beginning of our journey.
What accent is she going for here? Because that is just all over the place.
Well, we might as well get what we need right here. Goodness knows it'll probably be even more expensive further down the road.
I was gonna guess British, but it's like not quite... Hey, we know the song.
Hey, what say you we have ourselves a wingding tonight? It's been a good long time since we've had a regular fandango.
Where's the option to back away slowly?
You know what they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And we sure have been working hard out on the trail, haven't we?
I'd rather have a Helvetica.
We should take it easy more, enjoy ourselves. I'm gonna go and see some of the others and see if they don't feel the same way.
Okay.
I declare, I'm sure glad we made it to this here fort. It ain't exactly civilization, but it's the best we seen in a good long time.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what kind of supplies they have over here in this store or trading post. I hear some of these frontier forts have plenty of provisions, while others ain't got much more than salt pork and rancid flour.
Do like salt pork. We did just lose so much of our bacon. All right.
If I was you, I'd check my supplies and see if there's anything I need before even thinking about moving on.
We did lose our coffee mill. Now there's the blacksmith. There's just the supplies.
Wait a minute. Just let me finish writing this in my diary. There. You know, I don't know what we'd do if it weren't for these forts along the way.
Go on.
It sure is a comfort to me knowing that even way out here in the wilderness, every now and then there's a place where we can relax a spell. I vote we stay here a couple days and rest up. It won't do any of us no good if we exhaust ourselves.
Okay.
Howdy. I'm one of the regulars here at the fort. I'm here for the adventure and the steady pay. The conditions is tolerable, and I can send a bit of money home to my ma. I've been here since last spring. Before that, I was part of a troop down by Santa Fe. We travel out most days, checking the area and calling on the immigrants.
Wizzy wants the wingding. This is how Bacon gets killed off even without having been put into the game.
You might take advantage of this place to rest a while and build up your strength for the next part of your journey. And maybe you wouldn't mind sharing a bit of your home cooking with the poor feller? I've a mighty longin' for my sweet mama's fine victuals.
Why do all these people sound like they're about to die from boredom? It's 1848. Vittles! Yo, there's butter. We don't have that. That's what that means? Ooh, muslin. Gimme. Was it boring back then? Yeah, there was no internet. You had to draw your own porn. Beads. We'll buy one bag of beads. And some biscuits. And some boots. Cool. Where do we get a coffee mill? Who are you?
This might be a good place to rest a while.
You're just the other guy with a little mustache?
Just what I said. We've done enough traveling for the time being. It won't hurt to stop for a day or two. Yeah, listen to what I'm saying. Let's stop here to rest.
Okay. Horseshoes are probably good. No saddle blankets. Fine, we'll get one. We're starting to run out of money here. No extra harnesses.
Howdy do, neighbor. Are you in need of my services? You won't find a blacksmith much better than me.
I'm the only one around for miles.
When I'm finished with my current batch of repairs, I'll be pleased to help you. I can make or repair wheel rims, shoe your animals, what have you. And I charge reasonable rates.
Do you now?
Your animals and your wagon are the only things that'll assure your success on this journey. Worn out or sore-footed animals can get you in a heap of trouble. Take good care of them, and they'll take good care of you.
You have a good imagination, you don't need videos. That's true, but I imagine the source material would be extremely limited back then. You said you would shoe my animals. You lied to me. Alright. The only option there is to trade or keep talking. Okay, well, this was, something. Let's go. Okay, we'll rest. We will wingding. 4 days of wingding. Alright, let's see how everybody's doing. Alright, everybody's health is back to good. Alright, let's go. It's Plum Creek. Yeah, it's not capturing the health screen for whatever reason. So, y'all are just gonna have to trust me. Brood was bitten by a rattlesnake and died suddenly. We provided a decent burial, and then there are strangers ahead. Let's get advice.
I wouldn't mind hearing what they have to say. Could provide useful information about the trail ahead.
I think we ought to go up to them and say howdy. They may be in need of help, or they may be able to help us.
We should keep moving, but at a distance. They could be trouble.
I think we ought to go up to...
Yeah, I would like to continue at a distance. We just need to find a brothel. Extreme heat! Alright, we'll slow down, but we'll keep going. Shouldn't have put that snake in my bedroll as a joke. Bad mosquitoes, rest here a while. No, let's get out of that. Why are there bad mosquitoes if there's like no water? We're here at O'Fallon's Bluffs. Let's see who's around.
Howdy, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Least as fine as one can expect right now hereabouts.
That's fair. Howdy.
Be warned. Don't dig a water hole. Drink only river water. Salty as some of these rivers are, it's better than the cholera. We buried my husband just last week. No more than I've already given you, but I could use some help with this here harness if you can spare the time.
I would like to, but it's not one of my options. Alright, who else is here?
I'm going to St. Louis to have me a look at
what?
civilization.
What? Do the previous line once again? Okay, let me get back to her. This window is not loading correctly for me either. It's just his face. We'll talk to her and we'll get back to the,
I always take some
other
time
lady.
every few hours to look over the sky carefully. My grandma taught me all the signs for predicting the weather.
Go on.
Well, I imagine you'd know by now how much the weather has to do with our well-being. It's important that we try to stay one step ahead of it and make our plans accordingly. Always keep aware of the weather. What it was yesterday, what it is today, and what it's likely to be tomorrow. I keep a record of it in my diary. Nothing will have a greater effect on the success of our journey than the weather.
I don't know. I imagine the snakes have something to say about that.
You know, a lot of you greenhorns heading across the country don't know much about surviving in the mountains.
Okay.
It gets awful cold even in summer. Many a traveler crossing the mountains too late in the year has gotten snowbound and died.
This portrait is good. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Summer.
You get yourself across the mountains 'fore winter comes, or you'll be too dead to be sorry.
Fair. Okay.
Howdy, I'm looking for my cat Molly. Have you seen her?
No, tell me more.
We hear there ain't many cats out west yet, and some folks will pay good money for one, so they can catch the mice and rats. We're hoping Molly will have lots of kittens that we can sell.
I want kitties. Do you have any advice, little girl?
We had a milk cow, but she died a while back. Now all Molly's got to eat is our meat scraps. If you got a milk cow, take good care of her. I think I miss the fresh milk pretty near as much as Molly does.
Okay.
Howdy, friend. Fine day, isn't it? Least as fine as one can expect right now hereabouts.
Okay, Galaxy, what did you want to see?
Be warned. Don't dig a water hole. Drink only river water. Salty as some of these rivers are, it's better than the cholera. We buried my husband just last week.
Was it Brood? It's the worst tone to tell about your recently dead husband. Oh. Oh. Alright. Let's see. Party health. Chloro good. Brood dead. Galaxy good. Bebsy good. Wizzy good. Chloro feeling good. Yeah, alright, let's go. Hey! I love how it didn't even give us a screen for, like, your funeral. It was just, hey, there's people here. Don't trust them. That sounds like we're wasting all of our ammo. We've only got 3 boxes. It's the South Platte River. UK British citizen, I vote no. Hi. It's for morale. What are these sounds that sounded like torture? And not a thing has changed in 200 years. Oh. Alright, let's check the conditions. 3,000 feet wide, but it's 1.5 feet deep. We're going to float the wagons because if we ford it... Okay, you know what? We'll ford this one. 1.5 feet. What could go wrong? Wagon is stuck in the mud. Double team the animals or lighten the load. I'm going to double team the animals. Well, let's see what the advice is. Rude.
If we hadn't tried to continue in all this mud, this wouldn't have happened now, would it?
Okay, Mr. Sassy Pants. I don't hear any of this judgment making the situation better.
I suggest you borrow some animals from someone and then double team your wagon. That should enable you to pull out of the mud.
Wagon has contracted dysentery.
Personally, I'd like to just leave him behind, but I suppose it ain't fitting to do that, now is it?
What the... Is there a dead fox on your head? What are we doing? Jesus.
If you lighten your wagon load, you may be able to pull your way out.
Yeah, but then we have to put all the stuff back in.
Personally, I'd like...
Okay, I didn't want to hear from you again, sir. Double team the animals. Brute, no! You're absolutely correct, but we don't need to encourage that. It's Galaxy's favorite, Jesus. Alright, California Hill. Let's check the hill's conditions. Way up the hill is muddy, but not very steep. We did not buy any ropes or chains, did we? Who's around? Oh, it's this guy. How lovely is the scenery?
Before we decide how or even when to go up this hill, we should consider the weather and the condition of the ground.
That's fair. Who else is here?
This hill is no big deal. Let's just keep going.
What say you, Mr. This wouldn't happen?
They call this California Hill. Such an optimistic name for a place so dangerous.
Ooh-wee!
My cousin Clement traveled this way last year, and he wrote to me about what happened. His youngest son was killed going up this hill.
Okay.
We should lighten our loads, or double team the animals, or do everything we can to keep the wagons from tipping. That's how Cousin Clem's boy was killed.
Yeah, let's wait for the trail to, not be muddy. Let's rest for a day. Alright, it's still muddy. Alright, it's still muddy. Get crushed! Okay, it's still muddy.
Thank you.
Thank you, Wizzy. Alright, it's still muddy. Let's use ropes or chains. Damn it!
Betrayal.
We lost 34 pounds of bacon, 2 pounds of coffee beans, a 10-pound sack of cornmeal, 2 10-pound sacks of dried beans, and various other items. Jesus! Fix the wagon. We still haven't made it up the hill. Double team and continue. God damn it! 18 pounds of bacon, 2 pounds of coffee beans. Oh, jeez. God! We've lost the dried fruit. Get the wagon. Let's get advice.
Wagon accident. Well, I figure we're seeing the elephant for sure now.
Okay.
If there are any injuries, we have to make sure the wounds are treated properly. We don't want them to get infected.
Okay.
It horrifies me every time I...
Okay, we've heard that. Get the wagon upright. Dude. How did we lose them? It's on the ground. Just pick it up. Dude, yeah, what? I guess we'll have to lighten our load, but that means we're gonna have to get rid of stuff, right? We used ropes the first time, and it didn't help. Our wagon's not even that heavy. It's just over 2,000 pounds. Like, yeah, let's use ropes again, I guess. Okay, cool. It didn't work the first time, but yeah, alright. Good call, Wizzy. Here's another hill. Down the hill doesn't look very steep. Let's lock the wheels and continue. Okay, we got down the hill without any incident. Jeez. Okay, how are we doing? Everyone's good except Brood, who is dead. Let's keep going. We wasted entirely too much time on that hill. Extreme heat! Slow down. Extreme heat! Slow down. Arguably, Brood's doing better than the rest of us. Fair. Heaty! Alright. Courthouse and jail rocks. Love that. Who's around?
I say we continue on our way.
Okay.
Let's move on.
Okay.
I say we continue.
Okay. Lucas Chimney Rock, we know that place. Alright, who's around? Oh.
Let's move on.
Uh-huh.
Goodness, have you ever seen anything like that before?
It's a rock.
Well, you hear stories and see pictures of things like this, but it's nothing compared to actually seeing the real thing. My father, who journeyed out in these parts back in the 30s, says we ought to keep moving all the time. Winter will be coming before we know it.
It's true. Alright. Let's go. Oh, Galaxy got a concussion. Yeah, keep the patient very active. Yeah. Do not go to sleep. Alright. It says Galaxy's good. Okay, you have dizziness, but you're good. As Let's go. Trading post, huh? Oh no! It's Aunt Rhody! Yeah, if you've played RE7. He looks like Jerma. What's up, Eddie? You have been spared residence on our wagon for this journey. We will put you on the next one, though. Yep. Alright. We lost a lot of bacon, but we do have a bunch. But yeah, so far everybody's okay. Galaxy just got a concussion that he's recovering from. So he's a little bit dizzy, but he's okay. Brood got a snake bite and died instantly, so I guess it just bit him on the jugular. I don't know. We don't have any flour. So let's get a little bit of flour and some ham. We'll get 4 pounds of ham. That's not very much. I wish we could have a coffee mill, but,
This here's Robideau Pass. I hear it's named after a Frenchman, Joseph Robideau, who's well known in these parts as a trader.
Alright.
Some folks say St. Joseph, Missouri was named after him too, but I don't rightly know about that.
Why do the musicians survive? There's no justice.
Can't say that I do.
Well, alright. One trade. One pair of boots? No. Who else is here?
I sure would like to stop here for a bit. I could use some fresh supplies.
That is not the voice I was expecting from this guy. Alright. Let's go, I guess. He looks competent. Maybe. I don't know who that is. It's the Laramie River. Morale is high. Huh. Still? Alright. The width is 300 feet. The depth is 3 feet. Why does it put the depth in, like, it doesn't use numerals, it just uses... Huh? Ah, okay. We could take the ferry. It is $4. But it is, yeah, let's do it. It's Fort John. Let's see who's around.
It always pleases me to see more people moving out west. This'll be a great and grand country someday, you know.
One day we'll get there.
Why expanding the horizons of civilization out here in the wilderness? Just thrills me to the bone to think on it. Don't be led astray by anyone or anything promising shortcuts or quick fixes. They ain't any. Stay on the main trail and work hard. That's the only sure path.
Okay.
Howdy. I'm one of the regulars here at the fort. I'm here for the adventure and the steady pay. The conditions is tolerable, and I can send a bit of money home to my ma.
It's just the same guy from the other fort.
I've been here since last spring.
Liar!
Before that, I was part of a troop down by Santa Fe. We travel out most days, checking the area and calling on the immigrants. You might take advantage of this place to rest a while and build up your strength for the next part of your journey. And maybe you wouldn't mind sharing...
Yeah, he says the exact same thing. Like, what? Alright. Yeah, we could rest here for a couple days. There we go. Identical clone. Alright. Family of Nurse Joys, yep.
You know, the name of this place is Fort John, but just about everybody calls it Fort Laramie, after the Laramie River nearby. If I were you, I'd stock up on supplies, especially food, before heading on my way. Hunting ain't much good on the trail ahead.
Boo.
Hello!
Stables.
Howdy.
I wasn't expecting the horse. Okay.
This might be a good place to rest a while. Just what I said. We've done enough traveling for the time.
Okay, we did already rest here a while. Yep, the horse said hello. Jesus. Ugh.
Howdy.
Alright. Mr. Ed sends his regards.
It always pleases me to see more
No,
people.
we already talked to you. Alright. Candles, huh? Those are expensive. Not yet. You go ahead. What is with you and snakes? Rude says he just thinks they're neat. How did we go through all of our butter already? Did we lose it? Alright. So yeah, I guess we're all just crunching our coffee beans because we don't have a mill anymore, so you know, you crunch them up good and you get a swig of water and swish it around and it's a little instant coffee. Register Cliff. There it is. Alright. Ayers Natural Bridge! Yay! Who's around? Oh, you're new.
Ah, more wagon people. Are you here to slaughter more buffalo like the group that passed by 4 days ago?
Tell me more.
I'd never seen such waste. They killed 10 times what they needed for food and left most of the carcasses to rot. Luckily, after the coyotes had finished with them, we gathered the bones to make tools.
Yeah, that sounds like us, alright.
If you must kill for food, good. But don't kill any more than that. The well-being of our people depends on the buffalo.
Also, I don't want to keep buying bullets. Is this the let's move on guy?
Let's move on.
It sure is. Alright, let's go. Actually, historically accurate, yeah. It's the North Platte River. 200 feet wide, 3 feet deep. The toll costs $3. I really don't have very much money, so I want to try to just float it. And this is going to end in disaster. Hey, it was fine. Alright. Mormon Ferry Trading Post. Nope. Keep going. Frying pans, hatchet, hunting knives. Slightly better music, yeah. Let's buy a frying pan. Ooh, lard. God, we really do not have, I don't know what pemmican is. Galaxy. dishes. We have soap. This is like midi carnival music. Yeah, a little bit. Well, damn, it doesn't look like they have a coffee mill here. How are we doing food-wise? We don't have a ton. We should probably buy some more. Biscuits are really expensive. Let's get some flour. Everybody can eat that. And some ham. Alright. Flour and ham. Breakfast of champions. Let's go. Spoon of flour, please. It's Immigrant Gap. There it is. Willow Springs. Alright, who's here? You look new.
Good to see you, friend. You know, I spent some time out west, and now I'm traveling back east to fetch my family.
They're just swapping, like, bits of the outfits around. That's that other sassy guy's hat.
Hope you're prepared. You'll be seeing quite a bit of the elephant further on. Since your animals is already mighty worn, it's gonna be rough. Feed ain't always plentiful, and water's sometimes right scanty.
Can we hunt the elephant?
Hurry along, but don't push your animals too hard. You don't want to get caught by early snow, but if you get too hard with your animals, they won't carry them more than halfway.
Alright, who else is here?
Top of the day to you, friend. Name's Casey O'Neill, late of County Clare in Old Ireland.
I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, these people are just stranded. The budget for this game was 2 cans of canned beans, yeah.
All my relations said that the only place in the world for a young man to go to make his way nowadays is America. So I booked my passage, and now here I am, on my way to an unspoiled land, ready for enterprise.
I'm angry on behalf of all of Ireland.
I've heard it said that there are many cutoffs to take to shorten this journey. That by taking all the shortcuts, you can save many days on the trail. And why not? Saving time and provisions is worth the risk.
I was gonna say, I'm getting a little bit of India out of that. More so than Ireland. It's kind of sliding back and forth here. Alright, who else is here?
Good day to you folks. My name is Philip Maddox. I'm an artist with this surveying expedition.
Look at those mutton chops.
The U.S. government has commissioned us to map the land and to bring back some illustrations of the Indians, as well as the plant and animal life hereabouts.
Why is Adam Scott in this? Yeah, I can see that. Just a little bit.
Check your supplies often. Can't stress too much the importance of that. And don't waste a whole lot of time hunting. At least if it isn't an emergency. You won't get much, you'll delay your progress, and you risk antagonizing the local Indians.
You know, when I think of all the things I've seen on this journey, nothing has impressed me more than the violent thunderstorms on the plains.
Okay. Go on.
From the bullwhip crack of the lightning dazzling my eyes, to the cannon-like boom of thunder, the heavens issued forth such a volume of water, we were all soaked through in the first few seconds, and the hail sometimes.
It's so strange that he's like, yo, this is sick as hell. Because, you know, everybody else is like, oh, God, we've angered him.
I take time each day to add a few words to my journal. I recommend you do the same. It lifts the spirits to record our progress, and it may prove valuable to friends and family that follow. Even generations to come may find it of some interest.
It'll be real nice for your family to read after you've died on the trail. What? What? Seth Green voice acted this. His belt is tucked under his neck and intrigues me.
Pleased to see you. You folks missed a good time last night. Another train camped close by, and we had a bit of a dance.
Go on.
I declare, my tired feet came to life hearing that fiddler. I danced aplenty. It feels nearly like back home to have neighbors and a gathering. I've made some dear friends whom I hope will continue to see in years to come. Partake of a bit of music whenever it's offered. It'll lighten your spirits and bring lots of fine memories to carry you through the following day.
That's why we got
My heart's
banjos.
so light right now, this washing chore hardly feels like work at all.
Rude. Let me know when you have to stream up. You gotta hear this guy. Little known fact, they actually invented crumping back then. It just died out with, well, all of them, because they died. Because they were crumping instead of traveling. Rude was in the kitchen and missed this guy, so we need to play this again for him. One second. The music is nice though, it's very chill. Alright, prepare yourself.
Top of the day to you, friend. Name's Casey O'Neill, late of County Clare in Old Ireland. All my relations said that the only place in the world for a young man to go to make his way nowadays is America. So I booked my passage, and now here I am, on my way to an unspoiled land, ready for enterprise. I've heard it said that there are many cutoffs to take to shorten this journey. That by taking all the shortcuts, you can save many days on the trail. And why not? Saving time and provisions is worth the risk.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's the best by far. It's gonna be real hard to top that. Let's see if we can do it. To be fair, the raw audio recordings are of high quality. Oh yeah, they're fantastic. Just the voice acting itself is terrible. Which is charming in its own right, honestly. Nothing tops Dr. Radiaki. Jesus. Hey, it's Independence Rock. We know this one. I would see who's around, but the Let's Get Moving guy is gonna be here again, so I'm just gonna go. My wife's family being Indian means I should be allowed to make offensive cliche jokes here, but no, I'll refrain. Oh, I didn't know that. That's interesting. Alright, Wizzy wants to rest here. We'll spend a day at Independence Rock. Alright, the day is over. New Bebsy lore unlocked. Wild veggies, gimme gimme. 32 pounds of fresh vegetables. That's so much. That wind is ominous. Let's go. Thick dust from other wagons. Let's wait for conditions to improve. Alright. Oh, it's rainy. Split Rock. Three crossings. these landmarks? Sweetwater River. Alright, let's check the conditions. Does it mean letting them go ahead or what? Yeah, I imagine so. River may prove a little tricky. It's 120 feet wide and 2 feet deep. Indian, mother Indian moved to Jamaica. Oh, that's really cool. Very interesting. It does look muddy. Galaxy wants to ford it. I also vote for Kalk. We'll ford a different one, Galaxy. God damn it. Is the wagon built Ford tough? Yes. Yes, it is. Oh my god, that's so much bacon. We lost more coffee. We're losing all the coffee and bacon. I am surprised morale is not through the floor. This wouldn't have happened if we forded. Lost more beans, more fruit, and various other items. Alright. Ice Spring Slough. Cool. Tip the wagon, you'll be seeing the elephant. Oh god! It's gonna take my kneecaps. Alright, let's go. Wild fruit, gimme. Cool. This place seems scary. Check the hill's conditions. Ford. The way up the hill appears fairly steep. Yep. Wait for conditions to improve. Nope, it's still steep. Let's see. Double team and continue. Use ropes and chains. Let's see who's around.
Howdy, we're having to lighten the load on our wagon. I've carried my mother's framed mirror all the way from home. It's with great effort that I cast off this last gentle reminder of the dear friends and family I've left behind. But our success in reaching the end of the trail is of greater import.
Just have, like, a couple people carry it up on the side. You don't have to leave it.
None save to do whatever you can to make the work on your animals a little easier. Lighten your load, rest 'em often, take good care of 'em. If you lose your animals, you're in danger of losing your life.
Bye.
Good day to you folks. My name is Philip Maddox. I'm an artist with this surveying expedition.
You the same one we already talked to?
The U.S. government has commissioned us to map the land and to bring back...
Yeah, you are. Okay.
Back home, I used to enjoy nothing more than going hunting. Now I can't hardly abide it. I'm all wore out from the traveling and take no pleasure in the chase.
There's a joke in there somewhere. Anyway.
Last week, a group went out a-hunting and didn't get back till quite late. They got lost and only found their way back by the barking of the dogs. Advice? Just follow your nose. If you keep it pointed in the right direction, you'll accompany it to wherever you're going.
Oh, Guitar Man.
We met a man yesterday who said he'd already been to California. His report bore a good account of the country and the quality of the land to be had. That was a relief to hear.
Helpful advice when searching for public toilets.
Thunderation. I've been working for other folks all my life. In the new land, I'm going to have my own land and herd. Yes, sir, I can hear them cattle calling my name.
With blackjack and hookers.
I hear California's the best place for raising cattle. Acres of wild oats keep 'em fat and happy. Oregon's more country for farming and lumbering.
Why does he have a barrel? He's one of those people that carries one of those portable stadium chairs all over the place with him. Oh God, who's this?
I recommend we double team the animals before trying to make our way up this hill.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Alright, there's her again. Yeah. Double team. Oh, okay, it's fine. Nice to have a sitting barrel, that's right. Final Sweetwater River crossing. Alright, let's see. Appears to be a fairly ordinary river. It's 50 feet wide, 2 feet deep. If there was ever one to ford. Hey. Alright. Let's get some veggies. South Pass. Let's go. Pacific Springs. Let's go. Dry Sandy. It sure is. Health status? Yeah, we'll check. Everybody is good. Except for Brood, who is dead. Brood is still dead. I will let y'all know if anything changes with that. Yeah, bad water. That's fine. We'll just get out of here. Parting of the ways. Let's go. Haystack Butte. There it is. Your party is suffering from thirst. Let's get advice.
We've got to find some water, and soon.
Yeah, thanks.
We are getting right desperate. We won't last much longer without water.
We've got to find...
Okay. Go faster. It's gonna be tiring, but we gotta go faster. We gotta find some water. Shit. Oh, that just ends the game for everybody. Okay. So I guess the rest of you just continue on with the wagon. Okay. You didn't want people to stay dead, should have brought a necromancer. Yeah, that's true. We need to add that to the job pool. I left it Sweetwater anyway. Oh, well, crap. Alright, well, there's our first journey. What's your verdict on 1 versus 2? I don't know. I feel like 2 is giving me too much control over, like, or I don't even know if control is the right word. It's giving me too many options. I think I do still like the first one better. Yeah, I don't know. To be fair, that's the only game I've played of it though, so we'll have to see. Maybe that will change. Yeah, choice paralysis, exactly. I do enjoy that there are different ways you can treat people being sick, though, other than just rest, like picking a different kind of medicine, or increasing your fluid intake, or something like that. We didn't get to see too much of that on this journey, though. Yeah. Not all that much happened to us during the journey either. Galaxy got sick a couple times. I don't know, Galaxy got sick and then got concussed. Empty and Wizzy both got sick, but that was just with cold, so they were okay. And then, yeah, Brood had his snake situation, and then I just died of thirst, like, Stopping and talking to NPCs in 2, which is fine, but the artwork for each area is a bit underwhelming, also no animations. Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to go through that just to show that off a little bit, because that is supposed to be like the big point of this one, is that, oh, you can walk around and talk to people and get new information and get tips and stuff, but it's just like, now we know what they have to say, so we don't have to do that this time. Get the yellow key for the exit door. God, alright. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick and stretch. And, yeah, we'll try to go a little bit faster and do another little one and see how far we can get. We'll make some different decisions here. Yeah, give me 1 second.
I'm in danger.
Alright, sorry about that. Decided to grab my lunch. I don't know why I put my wrist support on for this game, like the We are just clicking with the mouse, we do not need that. Alright. Let's get going again. So, what should we pick? Also, it's interesting that, people die. Well, that whoever's the person in charge here dies, and that just ends it, like... We don't get to continue on. Which is very interesting. Interesting that people die, Jesus. So yeah, we'll put it on Greenhorn again. I do want to put it on Pharmacist again. I know I said we were going to make some different choices here, but... Alright, we got Brood, we got Galaxy, we got, sorry, that was me. Accidentally hit the, numpad enter key. We got Bebsy, we got Wizzy, and we got Eddie. Now let's roll for everybody's ages here. Random number generator. Minimum is 6, max is 65. Let's roll for Brood's age. 27. Since we've been, we'll go with 30. We round up. Brood for Galaxy's age. Jesus. Roll for Galaxy's age. 17. We can actually hit 17 there. Because once you get up to 20, it just counts by 5s for the remaining ages, but, yeah, it's weird. Bebsy got 25, though, so, we don't have to round that one. Wizzy got 10. Wizzy is now 10. And Eddie. Eddie got 36. I'm actually gonna round that one down to 35. That is closer. Alright. Obviously, you had a dead man switch. That's why we couldn't continue the trip. True. Alright. Should we change our departure date? I want to keep the trail more or less the same just to see how we do this time. We will change the wagon to that one again. That old yet I should be. Let's actually keep, yeah, let's keep all of that the same, just for comparison's sake. Alright, travel the trail. There's the prologue, it's the same as it was last time.
The merchants here in town offer basic packages of supplies, based on the size of one's party and estimated length of journey. Of course, you can shop around on your own,
last time.
or add to the basic set. So, which package?
Gimme. Messenger. Irish unrest grows in wake of potato famine. City Butcher. We're not allowed to go in there. We've got Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe attorneys. We have dry goods. Labeling 24 photographs while listening, trying to get kiddos' British citizenship passport sorted. 2 months and they keep asking for more paperwork. Of course they do. Start as a few things, then ask for more, so I call to check if they want additional information lists. Photographic history from birth to now? Oh no, we did not need that. Guess what they're asking for? What the hell? They asked for it in an email update the day we're leaving the UK to come back. Of course. Of course. Ooh, candy! 6 pounds of candy. Sardines are probably good. Celery. 3 pounds of celery. Nobody likes celery. That's not true. I enjoy it in certain capacities. Coffee beans, okay. Let's get some axes, butcher knives, for protection. Canteens! 8 canteens. Let's buy some more coffee mills and coffee pots. Compasses, Dutch oven. Dutch oven for $1.70, can you imagine? No fishing nets. We need our passports for arranging paperwork to move to the UK, so we're reluctantly sending them in the hope that this is all they need, and we'll get them back soon enough. God, that sounds like a nightmare. Like, ugh. Just the logistics of international, like, moving on their own, just sounds awful. I can't imagine having to deal with citizenship paperwork back and forth like that as well. Ugh. Make ants on a log, but minus the raisins, coffee beans. Buy any clothing last time. And that'll be good. You can buy horses, mules, and oxen there, but I don't want to do that right there. Ammonia. Let's just get all of the medicine here. Of dandelion. Interesting. My spices. Why not? No mustard. Mustard's gross. Alright. I'm tired of buying things. Let's go. Okay, here's the wagon person. Lots of wagons. Gunsmith, we're good. Pharmacy. I don't have any of that. What's the stables? Alright. We don't have very much money, and we need to buy a bunch of animals. Ideally, they want photos with both parents in, but most of the time it's either one or the other. Somebody has to take the picture. Yeah, that makes sense. We're buying all the oxen. 14. Alright, Wizzy wants a chicken. We'll get a couple chickens. Okay, let's get 6 chickens. 2 milk cows. We'll get a couple pigs. Get some bridles. Bunch of hay bales. And that is pretty much all of our money, so maybe we don't need that much hay. I didn't want just one. There we go. We'll get some mules. Get some horses. Alright. The setup takes way too long, I think, in this one. We have one banjo. Protect it with your life. Okay, we'll make it 2 banjos. Checkers. Fiddles. Alright. I did buy a package. I'm just trying to fill in the gaps.
Howdy.
Hi. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright. Which train do we want to join? Alright. Let's roll. Alright, so we're just gonna be rolling quickly through all these places. We're not gonna stop and check out the, refeed. Fucking float! Westport, let's go. Yeah, there are just so many landmarks at the beginning here. Yep, we got everybody in. Are you 90 years old? Let's see. Oh, I can't check the ages anymore. I think you were 17, something like that. 600 feet wide, 4 feet deep. Yeah, we'll take the ferry because it says it's tricky. St. Mary's Mission. We didn't pass that last time. Galaxy has a sprained ankle. Let's immobilize the affected joint. Another option was to exercise it. Do not do that. That will make it upset. Ask me how I know. Jim and Earl at Oregon Trail 2 speedrunner. Yeehaw. 140 feet wide, 2 feet deep. River's extremely treacherous. Let's take the toll bridge. Yeah. Let's check on Galaxy real quick. Swollen, painful joint. Alright, you know what? Let's rest here for a couple days. Let's do 3 days. Yep. Still swollen, painful joint. We're gonna move on and then, well... Alright, let's rest here for a couple days. 3 days. I know couple means 2, but I keep saying 3 instead for some reason. Yo! We caught fish because we bought fishing nets. Clean them for food. 20 pounds of fresh fish has been added to your supplies. Fish detected. Too many people at the river. Galaxy died of cholera. Yeah, I'm just waiting for it. Alright. St. Joseph Road Junction. Alright, Galaxy is back to good. Let's go. Brood has cholera. Let's check the guide. Didn't this say laudanum? Yeah. Recovery may take anywhere from 4 to 14 days. Total rest along with fluid and salt. Okay, cool. I mean, administer laudanum, and then we also need to rest. I like that you can't rest and do the thing. So I guess the best course of action is to just take the medicine and then rest again when you can at the next stop. Yeah, I was looking for the salts at all the shop and I didn't see them. Double team the animals. Oh, thunderstorm. Brood is okay. It just says Brood feeling okay. Okay, now he's good. All right. Get more fruit. 34 pounds of fresh fruit. Let's go. Kitty. Despite our best efforts, everyone is still alive. Alright, we made it to the fort. Everyone's still good, everyone's still alive. We are not going to visit the fort, we're just gonna go. Abandoned wagon. That seems shady as hell, we're gonna ignore it. Galaxy has been bitten by a rattlesnake. Use the tourniquet suction method. Use antiseptic or give patient lots of exercise. Galaxy, what would you like? I am between antiseptic and suction myself, but let's see how Galaxy wants to do this. Galaxy wants to suck. All right. Yeah, the health window does not show up because it's in a separate window, and if I try to get that to show up, it will just duplicate the other windows. Pretty much the same problem we were having with the first game. Yeah. Let's get advice.
If you go messing around where there's a lot of snakes, you're liable to get bit. Serves 'em right. My cousin, Dr. Brogan Kavanaugh, sells snakebite medicine. I wonder if I got any.
Alright, Galaxy, this guy says you deserve it.
I tell you, if I got bit by a snake, I'd sure want to see a doctor.
We should stop and rest. Rest is important for recovery from a snake bite.
Okay.
If you go messing around...
That's all we got. Mess with the snake, you get the horns. Alright, Galaxy, do you actually want the suction? Or do you want antiseptic? Give me your final answer here. Suction it is. Let me check his health. Feeling okay? Feeling fair. Alright, you're getting better. More veggies. 25 pounds. Let's go. Lone Creek. Let's go. Bebsy has been bitten by a rattlesnake. Bebsy, same question. It's the same snake. I told you guys to leave him out of the wagon. But he's cute. Alright, suck it is. Heavy fog. Wait for conditions to improve. Wizzy has been bitten by a rattlesnake. Y'all... I will turn this wagon around. Alright, Wizzy, same question. Wizzy wants antiseptic, alright. Wrong answer. Don't bury me? Okay. Let's get advice.
Death is part of life. We must shore ourselves up and keep moving on.
Leave me and the snake will not follow.
If we'd been a little more cautious, maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Oh, okay. Sorry for trying to treat the wound.
Death is part of...
Okay. Alright.
Thank you.
Continuing immediately to leave the snake in the dust. Oh, there may be serious consequences. Wizzy's gonna get up and attack us. We got Wizzy the zombie now. Nuh-uh. That's where the Wizzy zombie lives. Clementine will remember that, yeah. It was a zombie snake. Yeah, we made sure that snake didn't win. Alright, heavy fog, let's wait. Morale is slipping and Brood has dysentery. We do not have magnesia, so we're not going to be able to help with your tummy. Thank you. Why not use the pack of cards, right? Alright. Peppermint will also help with the upset tummy. Brood, what would you like? What? Alright, Brood says peppermint. Alright, let's get some fruit. 5 pounds, let's go. Yeah, let's celebrate. Brood gets to stay in the wagon, because he's kinda gross. We need this for morale. Bad mosquitoes, let's get out of here. Strangers ahead. Let's see, Brood's fair. He's got abdominal cramps, dehydration, sudden severe diarrhea. Yeah, that sounds about normal. Alright. Let's continue at a distance. It's O'Fallon's Bluffs. Let's actually take a rest here. Morale is not good. We should have buried Wizzy. Where's the option to shoot on sight? Alright, Brood is fair. His condition's still about the same, so let's just go. That's true, the snake hasn't come back. Deep but 3,200 feet wide. I do not like our odds here. Best we've got is Culk, I guess, because I don't trust trying to ford that. We're gonna get stuck. good rest. Let's rest for 2 days. Oh, this is nice. Let's check the conditions now. Now it's only 1 foot deep. But it still says it's gonna be difficult. Let's try to caulk it. Stuck in the mud. Double team the animals. Alright, we've arrived at California Hill. Much faster than before. The hill doesn't look very steep. Let's use ropes and chains. Okay. Hill doesn't look very steep. Let's lock the wheels and continue. Another abandoned wagon. Sure, let's search it. We found a pocket watch. Alright. Ash Hollow. Let's go. Alright, Brood is back to good. Oh, hey! How are you doing? It has been a bit. I was gonna say, I don't recognize your name. That's why. Welcome back. Courthouse and jail rocks. Let's go. Chimney Rock. Let's go. Alright, let's see what we got. Good to see you too. Yeah, it is a little bit grating. Yo, whiskey. Medicinal whiskey. Purchased. We only have 1 rope. Let's maybe get some more ropes. No animals. We have enough boots. Furniture. No furniture. Alright. Let's roll. Let's go. Broken wagon wheel. Yeah, let's try to repair it. Unable to repair and we replaced it. That's okay. That's why we have those. We have arrived at the Laramie River. Ordinary river. 3.5 feet deep, 300 wide. We could take the ferry. But I want to caulk and float because I'm kind of afraid of using all of our money. It was fine. Let's visit the fort. Let's see if they have, let's see, the stables, blacksmith. Supplies. What do you have? Oh, we have $11. That's not good. Grease, lantern oil. Ooh, oats. Tobacco. Oh my god, the harnesses are so expensive. Yeah, we have $11. We have to save all of that for the ferries and such. Let's go. Register Cliff. Done. Extreme heat. Yeah, we'll slow down. Bad mosquitoes. Continue. Get out of them. More fruit. Gimme. Yay. Veggies. Gimme. That's scary. But yeah, we'll search it. Nothing useful. Damn it. Damn it. Okay, slow down. gonna keep going. Lots of fruit. No scurvy for us. Alright, let's check out the river. 2.5 feet deep, 180 feet wide. That's not that bad. Let's caulk it. Let's visit the trading post. Can we sell stuff? I see the option to purchase, but... I almost recognize this music, yeah. I guess the only thing we can do is trade, which sucks. That does not let me just sell off stuff that we don't need, but whatever. Let's go. More veggies. God, mosquitoes. Willow Springs. Uh-oh, alkali water. Devil's Gate. And just like that, we are almost caught up to our previous PB. 3 crossings. Keep going. Sweetwater River. Little tricky, 110 feet, 1.5 feet deep. I'm worried when it says tricky that caulking is not a good idea. Because that makes me think that there's a bit of a current. And then I think fording would be a better idea there, because you'd have the stability of the wheels. Alright, Galaxy wants to ford it. Apparently it was fine, okay. Alright. Let's use the ropes. Strangers, continue at a distance. Don't trust nobody. Alright, final Sweetwater River crossing. Tranquil, 46 feet, 1.5 feet deep. Let's ford it. That was the easiest ford. Wait for the conditions to get better. Speaking of. South Pass. Let's go. Pacific Springs. Let's go. Just keep clicking. Dust storm. Oh. Yeah, we should wait for conditions to improve. We are almost there, yeah. Green River. That's true, we will have new NPCs at this point, won't we? A little bit tricky. 250 feet and 3.5 feet deep. We'll caulk it. That's fine. So much fruit. Alright, let's see who's here.
We met a man yesterday who said he'd already been to California.
We've heard this
His
before!
report bore a good account of the country.
That was even a new area. It's the Thomas Fork. This one shouldn't be forded. I know what 1 meter does to those crappy wagons. Mosquitoes are unfortunately a necessary evil. Because what would the frogs and dragonflies eat? The river's extremely treacherous. It's 90 feet, but 6 feet deep. Let's rest here. Let's see if it gets any less treacherous. Morale is low. Now it's 5.5 feet deep. That's better. Let's rest one more day. Morale is slipping again. Okay, now it's only 4 feet deep. That's better. Let's call it can float. Big hill. Trail down the hill looks steep. Let's, ooh. Anchor wagon and continue. Okay. It's Smith's trading post. Good lord, he's got a peg leg. We don't have any bacon. We could have a little bacon. And we don't have cheese? Okay, alright, come on. It looks like we're pretty much out of food other than, Okay, well the bacon's really cheap, so let's, There we go. There we go, okay. Looks like the veggies are pretty much keeping us alive here. Let's see who's around. Yeah, let's talk to him.
Come on in, Pilgrim. I'm Thomas Smith, but most folks call me Pegleg 'cause of this here wooden appendage of mine.
No kidding.
They make a big deal out of the fact that I had to amputate my own leg after a bad accident. Well, there weren't no one else around to do it, so I had to do it myself. Either that or die of gangrene.
Okay, this is the most metal dude we've ever met. Good on you, sir.
If you're heading for California, wait till you get across the Raft River before breaking off from the main trail and going southwest. If you're going to the Willamette Valley, follow the Snake River. Lots of good tasting salmon if the season's right.
I sure would like to stop here for a bit. I could use some fresh supplies.
Okay.
This may be our last chance for a while to buy or trade for supplies.
Alright. Well, let's rest here for a few days. Morale is still slipping. Dude does indeed have titanium balls. Alright, let's go. Give me the fruit. It's Soda Springs! Who's around? The crew's nothing without me.
My, but aren't the Soda Springs pretty? I think of all the things we've seen so far, this is the most amazing.
Alright. There we go. Somebody's happy to be out here.
The springs seem to spout at regular intervals. Quite a wonder of nature. You read about such things, but you never think you'll actually get to see them yourself. It feels good just to rest and not be on our feet walking. When I get to our new home, I'll have a soft feather bed and never sleep in a wagon again.
That's the same dialogue from the first game. I don't like that we, the viewers, don't see all the info we see in Oregon Trail 1, rations, bullets, etc. Info on the bottom's not enough. So we can see our inventory here. I've just been trying to avoid hitting that button so that it doesn't bug out and get stuck here. But yeah, it's too much information. I like how it's much more streamlined in the first one. Yeah, exactly. One showed you, like, how things were going. What options for travel pace and rations? Well, let's see. So, I don't know if it's probably not capturing the drop down. We could do 8 hours per day, which is what we've been doing. We can do 10 hours per day or 12 plus. As for rations, we have filling, meager, and bare bones, just like we did in the other game. Alright, now we're stuck here. Let me go to the trades. Oh, nope, that brings up a separate window here. gonna have to hunt just to, get out of that window there. There we go. Sheeprock. Sure. Who's around? Look, you can see the green screen on her.
Sure is nice to take a rest now and then. My folks figured this journey'd be hard work, but it's been more'n we counted on. One of my regular jobs is to find fuel for the fire. Sometimes it's hard to find enough wood, so I store extra pieces in a box under the wagon. On the prairie, I gathered buffalo chips to burn when there wasn't any wood. And sage works, too.
That's the same from the first game, too. She's slightly radioactive. Ah, of course, of course.
Mama says that a lot of folks on the trail wind up getting sick with scurvy, 'cause they ain't been eating enough fruits and vegetables. We have a big keg of pickles and eat 2 of them every week. Mama says that's just enough to keep the scurvy away.
Solid advice. What else we got?
Let's move on.
Yep, there's our buddy. Okay, that's all we got. Let's wait for conditions to improve. God. Come on. Everybody started rushing off after the fog cleared. Sure, let's search it. Nothing useful. Jason Alexander was threatening us to move on. It's Fort Hall. Who's around?
I hear there's mountain sheep around here. Enough water, too, but hardly a stick of wood. Thank heaven for Fort Hall.
Yeah, we can rest at the fort.
I'm really sorry that soon we'll be saying goodbye to Cousin Miles and all the folks heading for California. I'm gonna spend as much time as I can with my friends and relations till we reach the California road. You consider doing the same. Might not ever see them again.
All right.
This would be an excellent place to rest for a few days before continuing our journey.
That's right.
It always pleases me to see more people moving out west.
Okay, we've already talked to that guy.
Looks like as good a place as any to lay by a day and put up some fresh supplies. One of my oxen commenced a favor in a leg yesterday. I'd like the smithy here to take a look at the shoe.
That's fair.
If in what I hear is true, this may be the last place we'll find a bit of civilized company for a good long while. Besides, I'm all worn out and could use the rest. My druthers would be to rest here a day or two. No more than that, so's we can stock up on what we need.
Okay.
Fort Hall here is a busy place. The wide stretches of meadow grass here are just what our tired animals need.
Hooray!
As for me, I'll fix up the wagon leaks. Amanda's real anxious to wash all the clothes and linens in one of those clear streams. I suggest we stay here for a couple days to rest up, restock our supplies, and learn everything we can about the trail ahead. I hear that the next stretch may be the roughest.
Oh, good. Love to hear that. All right, that's everybody. No, we're not gonna talk to that guy again. $5, that's not good. Alright, we know this song. Aren't we already out of bacon? You don't know Jimmy Crack Corn? It was in the previous game, but this is a little bit jazzier than the other one was. Similar, but different song. Alright. Let's rest here for a day. Alright, let's roll. Getting a lot of fog here lately. Raft River. Ordinary river, 130 feet wide, 2.5 feet deep. Yeah, we can caulk it. Okay. California Trail Junction.
I thought we had already decided on where we were going.
What?
Well, friend, this is where we part. One road leads to Oregon, and the other to California. Not much else to say, I reckon, except I understand both paths carry their share of burdens, dry stretches, mountains, and the like. No, except I wish you all the best. Take good care of yourself. Write us just as soon as you reach your new home.
Okay, bye.
Maybe we better consult our guidebook before deciding which road to take.
One road leads to Oregon and the other one leads to Trail, of course. Do we still have the option to go to California? Like, it's acting like we do. We already decided at the beginning that our destination was Oregon, so... There. Aww. Cauldron Glen. Alright. Cool. We don't have to cross it, we just get to look at it. Thank God. Rock Creek Gorge. Oh, this sounds frightening. Ah, fairly steep. Anchor the wagon. Alright, it was fine. Rad. A little tricky, 18 feet, 1.5 feet. Eddie, nothing has happened to you yet. And now that we've called attention to it, you're just gonna die out of the blue. But yeah, nothing has happened to you yet. You've been fine. Yeah! Alright, Galaxy wants to ford. Fallen rocks! Wait for conditions to improve. Yeah, let's wait for the rocks to, you know, get up and move.
There must be another path we can take.
If we all pitch in, we can clear a path through these rocks in just a few hours.
It'll probably take us a day or two to clear those rocks out of our way, but
I kind of want to just clear the rocks. Because I feel like if we go off the path, it's going to be a whole thing. Let's do that. Well, yeah. So yeah, let's see what the guide says. I guess that's technically under disease, but bandaging wounds, etc. Yeah, but that doesn't really apply. Trying to see if it recommends any of these medications that I'm not too familiar with for a concussion, but you probably just need to rest. But concussion is hard because, yes, you're supposed to, you know, take it easy, but you also don't want to rest because if you go to sleep, you might not wake up. So, use camphor for stimulation. Hang on. See what it says about that. Oh, restore dazed senses. Yeah, let's do that. You want to get advice? Okay.
Well, a lot depends on how serious a concussion it is.
Thanks, that was useless.
A doctor should always be consulted in cases of concussion.
We should just keep going as we are. They'll get better.
Maybe we don't trust that guy.
Maybe we ought to take it easy. Go a little slower.
We should just keep going.
I'm gonna give you some camphor. And then at the next, we'll rest here at the rapids. Let's go 5 days. Listen to the nice, calming, sound of water. Don't fall into it, please. Alright, Eddie's still dizzy. Let's rest here a little bit longer. Oh, I was like, oh, the rapids calmed down. No, no, no. Alright, Eddie's good again. Way to go. We found a fishing net and a deck of playing cards. There we go. Thousand Springs. Who's here?
Let's move on.
Dude, change the record.
I think it's time we be moving on now.
Alright. Nobody wants to appreciate the Thousand Springs. Upper Salmon Falls! Oh, you're new.
Hola. Habla español? Or do you speak English? Do you want to trade?
She's not even trying with the accent, but alright.
I am Woman Who Came Back. I was captive of Paiute renegades for many years before I escaped and returned to my Bannock village. The renegades treated me like a slave, but I learned to speak some Spanish while among them.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I have dried fish to trade. Dried fish do not taste as good as fresh ones, but they will keep for a long time. I also have moccasins. I am known as the best maker of moccasins in my village.
Who else is here?
I think it's time we be moving on.
Alright.
I think we ought to keep going.
Alright. Give her a pocket watch.
Hola.
Yeah, let's see if we can trade.
Habla español? Or do I am Woman Who...
You can trade her for a mule. Those are none of the things you advertised. We're leaving. I'm upset. We're gonna get caught in a snowstorm and die. 3 islands. Let's go. Ooh, sand dunes.
Guten Tag. My name is Ilse Weismann. My husband Gustav and I are from Prussia.
Cool.
Gustav was a shoemaker in Berlin, but times are not so good there. In Western America, there is free land we hear, so we come here to start a new life. We have been told always to stay on the main trail and to check our supplies often. That sounds like very good advice, don't you think?
That's fair. Alright, 1 anvil for an ox. Does it change if I... Okay. I had assumed that, changing this up top was going to just change what I was giving for the one thing that she had. Yeah, I really don't have, much of anything. That's a problem. Alright, let's get going. Gotta have the fake accents. Alright, rest the animals. Damn you, thick dust. Extreme cold, there we go. Morale is high, though. Continue as usual, because if we just stay in this cold, it's just gonna get colder. It's the Bruno River. Ordinary river, 110 feet, 3 feet deep. It. Alright, we're good. Rough trail, no water. Alright, who's here?
The dust sometimes creates such a trouble, it suffocates the animals and people alike. When it's real bad, nothing stays clean and no morsel of food is left untouched.
Yeah. So we try to stay out of it.
I long for a bath and a breath of clean, sweet air. But the times when we run low of water and aren't near a river, them's the worst. Nothing worries me more than a shortage of water. I feel I was wholly unprepared for this journey. I'd hesitate to offer any advice, excepting to stay close to the warm hearth of home.
Alright, her advice is screw this, I'm going home. This Guitar Man.
We met a man yesterday who said he'd already been to California.
We already know this.
I think it's time we be
moving on, okay.
Whenever we noon, we have the children rest under the wagon for a bit of shade. The relentless sun draws more strongly from our strength than do the walking and climbing. I dearly love to have a sly look in at home to see what they're about. I'm pleased to move on to a new life, but leaving family and old friends is a trial indeed. Keep your faith, friend. Our journey's end draws closer each day.
One way or another. Alright, that's everybody. British detective. Rest. Rest the animals. Alright. Let's check the hill. It doesn't look very steep. Let's use the ropes. Oh, come on! We lost some beans, some dried veggies. How do we lose our rope? Pick it up. Like, I can understand the other stuff spilling, but, like, pick up the rope. Do it again? Okay. The rope snapped, I guess. Double team. Alright, that worked. Ooh, hot springs.
Let's keep going.
No, it's hot springs. Let's rest.
I think we ought to keep going.
Let's move on.
All of you suck. You're staying here out of spite. No food. Ah, crap. There's not gonna be any food out here. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It's not gonna make it any less cold. It will be less cold if you keep moving. One ox. Fine. Oh my god. Go. Repair it. Alright. We replaced it. East Cow Hollow. Alright, who's around?
I suggest you look in the guidebook to determine the correct road.
Oh, crap.
We're mighty low on supplies. Maybe we should head back to Fort Boise.
We are mighty low on supplies. That is indeed a problem. Let's try to hunt. Sorry, Bunny. I forgot I had to reload. A whole 6 pounds of food. Fantastic. Now we're stuck on the hunting screen. Okay, and now I can't go back to the main screen. Let me hunt again so we can get back to, hopefully... I just need like one big thing, come on. There's not a single bear out here. Alright, back to the wagon. It just changes the UI, but we're still in hunting mode. So I've wasted a bullet, and now I can't reload my gun, and now we're stuck. Like those ridiculous 720 pounds from 2 elks. Should be able to fix this by turning around twice. Alright, we will have to turn around again. Thank you, though. I got us back. Turn around. Alright, let's go. Perfect conditions. It's frozen. Cool. Cross on the ice. I'm sure nothing bad could happen here. It was actually fine. Keep going. Farewell Bend. That's ominous. Keep going. Keep going. Flagstaff Hill. Who's around? Extremely average temperature. It's fine. I mean, just sitting there is not going to, make it any less cold.
I think it's time we be moving.
Okay.
Howdy. Name's Jubilation Higginbottom. If that's too much a mouthful, you can call me Julie. And I don't want to hear any smart cracks about that neither.
Oh, but you're gonna.
I'm a prospector, but I'm just coming to the realization that there ain't too much around here worth prospecting, so I think I'll move on. Sorry, but I gave up giving advice years ago. Nearly got myself shot back in '32 by a fella who blamed me for his misfortune, all because I gave him some advice.
That's fair. Why is everyone just standing in this direction and looking at me? Okay, she's at least turned toward us a
Howdy,
little bit.
we're having to lighten the load on our wagon.
Tell me more.
I've carried my mother's framed mirror all the way.
Okay, you're just the mirror lady. Alright. We don't have any food, let's keep moving. Bebsy has frostbite. Let's rub the affected area with snow. Quickly warm affected area. No, 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 no. Gradually warm affected area. Yes, yes, extreme cold. Alright, the Grand Ronde. The hill isn't very steep, but it's icy. Let's use the ropes and chains. God damn it. I was gonna anchor and I was like, no, no, no. We lost 2 pairs of socks, 2 tin plates, and 1 bonnet. Not my bonnet. We have no veggies, no fruit. Low food, morale is slipping. Anchor and continue. Alright. Extreme cold, got it. This is nice. It's frozen. It's 36 feet. We'll cross on the ice. Blue Mountains. Let's hunt. I keep forgetting I have to reload. I don't want to shoot the bunny, it's not worth it. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? Come on! There's 1. There we go, we got 2. Give me them ducks. God, there's really nothing else out here. Alright. 17 pounds of game, alright. Alright. Check the hill. It's icy and fairly steep. Ropes and chains! Animal injured stepping in a hole. I'm actually gonna butcher it for meat because we have a bunch of them. That will help. We are gonna get scurvy though if we don't get some fruit. Alright. Immigrant Hill. Not very steep, but it's icy. Anchor and continue. Oh, Doe Canyon. Yeah, morale's been low for a while. The snakes really took it out of everybody. Here. Okay, it's that same guy standing there. You're new.
I hate to burden you with my problems, but I just gotta talk to someone right now. I hope you don't mind.
Alright, trauma dump on me.
My youngest, Caleb, drowned in a swollen creek, and my husband died of typhoid last week. Now I travel alone with my other 3 children. The eldest, Sally, is 11. I fear she'll be full grown before we reach our goal.
It is the same person with a different accent, yeah. Also, this is the same story from the first game, except this last little part here was changed from a son.
Heaven help us, but I don't know what I'd do without the good people on my wagon train. I'd stick with them through thick and thin if I were you.
Okay, bye.
Back home, I used to enjoy nothing more than going
that's the hunting guy.
Top of the day to you, friend. Name's Casey O'Neill, late of County Clare in Old Ireland.
Best accent. We gotta go through his whole spiel.
All my relations said that the only place in the world for a young man to go to make his way nowadays is America. So I booked my passage, and now here I am, on my way to an unspoiled land, ready for enterprise.
Change your follow alerts. No. Oh, God.
I've heard it said that there are many cutoffs to take to shorten this journey. That by taking all the shortcuts, you can save many days on the trail.
Add it to blurb,
and
though.
why not? Saving time and provisions is worth the risk.
Alright, let's get him to say hello again. Everybody quiet down.
Top of the day to you, friend. Name's Casey O'Neill, late of County Clare in Old Ireland. All my relations said that the only place in the world for a young...
Alright. Let's roll. Oh my god. Alright, we replaced it. 2 winter coats, 1 pair of mittens, and 1 hunting knife. Nice. Oh, broken yoke. Never heard anybody say that. What is this adventurous song? What are you doing? Oh god.
I'm mad as hornets. Been saving a bunch of dried peaches to bake a pie for a special occasion, but some vermin got in and ruined the whole lot.
Oh.
I wrapped 'em in special paper and put 'em in a corner of the wagon, where nobody would hardly find 'em by accident. I suppose they smelled as sweet as flowers to them varmints. Probably too late now to offer any advice. I don't guess you have an extra tin to secure any of your goods. If'n you do, best make good use of it and seal it tight.
Okay, bye.
I always take some time every few hours to look over the sky carefully. My grandma taught me
this
all
is the
the
weather
signs
lady.
for predicting the weather.
Bye. What is this? Why did they decide that this was the best position for him to be in? Just had a thought, all these people on meat-only diet, why don't they get scurvy? Yeah, I'm waiting for the scurvy thing to come up.
Good day to you. If
Oh,
you
here's
don't
Meryl.
mind, I'll stop and rest a spell. We set out on the trail a while back, hoping to reach the new land. But as you may know, my oldest boy perished in a wagon accident back a ways, and I've no greater desire now than to return to my folks back in Philadelphia.
Well, bad news.
Be very, very careful going down steep hills. That's how my son was killed. We didn't take the proper precautions and, well, forgive me, but I'd prefer not to talk about it anymore.
Okay. Let's go. That's our last wagon wheel. The river's frozen, 60 feet wide. Cross on the ice. Trail Junction. Let's go. Hey, kitty.
Hello.
was frightening. I don't want to come here. There's garbage in the streets. Yeah, the scenery changing with the weather's really nice.
Hello?
We met a man yesterday who said he'd...
Okay.
Pleased to see you. You folks missed a
this was
good
the,
time.
the party lady. That's Meryl. Okay.
Hello?
Mile Canyon. Alright. Let's go. I was just about to say, it should be starting to warm up now. I don't know, keep going. Very low morale. River's frozen. Y'all wouldn't put the snake down! I told you to put the snake down! Now how to put you down? Keep going. Fine. At least this isn't like Oregon Trail where y'all had a gun in the backseat and kept getting shot in the leg. Big Junction, extreme cold. Check the river. It's frozen. I will say the frozen rivers have been very nice. Alright, we have no... we're getting low on food. We have no fruit, no veggies. It's snowing. Hill isn't very steep, but it's icy. Ropes and chains. Tipped wagon. We lost our coffee mill finally. Some matches, rope, clothing, boxes of soap. Ugh. That's not going to help morale. Dude. Internal injuries. Galaxy appears to have suffered internal injuries. Let's make you comfy. You didn't find anything useful, okay? You want some laudanum? Let's see, what exactly do you have? Abdominal cramps, chest pains, difficulty breathing, difficulty swallowing. Okay, internal's where the blood's supposed to be. Have some laudanum. The trail up the hill isn't very steep, but it's icy. Okay, this is not good. Okay, it says Galaxy's doing fair now. I'm not entirely sure what actually we did for him. Because I clicked on make comfortable and then it was giving us these options without changing the screen, so... I guess we'll double team because the ropes and chains aren't working out. We have no fruit and no veggies still. Low food, it's snowing, there's a blizzard. We gotta wait that one out. Yeah, extreme cold, I know. Go on. I know. Alright. Now, do we want to take the toll road, or do we want to raft down the Columbia River? Let's see who's around.
We don't have enough money for the toll road.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask about that.
These last 100 miles or so to the Willamette Valley are the roughest. Well, Either you raft down the swift and turbulent Columbia River, or you drive your wagon over the steep Cascade Mountains on the Barlow Toll Road.
I kind of want to take my chances with the river, frankly.
The toll road is probably the safest. But if you take the river, I'd recommend hiring someone to help you. Maybe one of them Indian or French guides.
Problem is... we have 3 pounds of meat and 1 egg. Jesus. And we have like $3. That's fantastic. We do have a lot of clothing left though. Let's see if there's anything to hunt. Come on. What? Okay, I don't know what that was, but we're gonna eat it. There was something over there. Oh, it's a bunny. There we go. We aren't using these bullets for anything else. I'm sad about it. We need food. It was somebody's dog. Jesus. Wanted to see if I could get it. Alright, this does not have the range that I want it to. Okay, we're gonna stop. Hey! We got 98 pounds of game, though. That's good. Alright, we're gonna have to turn again, and then turn back. Yeah, we can try to trade.
I don't want to have to travel down that river if and we don't have to.
Okay.
I've heard the Barlow Toll Road is no picnic.
Okay. Well. I'm trading there. How about this? Ooh, a banjo. Alright, the pocket watch is, not on the table here. Yeah, I think this is worded poorly. I think that's what she's got. Yeah. I actually do want to trade that. Yeah, we have the pickles. Yeah, we still have 13 oxen, that's nuts. That'll help a little bit. Furniture. Y'all are using the checkers or the playing cards. Yeah, let's see what else we got. $5 for a spare wagon axle. $15 for 3 winter coats. I don't know how much the toll is. Mules. 9 oxen, that's too many. Actually, yeah, I'll give you 2 of my mules. It's fine. Okay. What else we got? Hey. You can trade the pocket watch for 15 5-pound sacks of dry veggies. Yeah, we should have been doing this all along. Yeah, I'm gonna take that deal. What else? Ooh, iodine. Yeah. Alright, what else? Yeah, we have so much sugar. Get that up. Pairs of mittens, boo. Okay, fine, we'll do that. Alright, this looks a little bit better. Let's go with that for now. I'm gonna have to turn and then turn again. Okay.
Take the toll road. I don't care if it does cost $5.
Costs $5.
Why would anyone needlessly risk rafting down that river?
Okay, well, we have $35 now. Alright. Let's take the toll road. $11.50? He lied.
I think we ought to keep going.
Fine scenery round these parts.
Snow far as the eye can see. Alright, let's go. Keep going. We're almost there. We're almost there. Wait for conditions to improve. Snowbound. Oh. Wait for conditions to improve. No food. Let's go hunting. Oh, come on. These views are terrible. I'm not gonna shoot that bunny. Now we got one. That'll help. Let's get going. 123 pounds of game. Yo. That's what I get for trying to provide. Okay. We did almost make it this time. It wasn't an accident. I'm too cold. I want out. But yeah, we did almost make it. They turned on you. Trying to get you guys some food, and this is how I'm repaid. Yeah, the trading is a lot better in this one, I will say. You have a lot more options. Unfortunately, we didn't start taking advantage of that till the very end here, but it could have been okay. We probably would have made that if I hadn't gotten shot. Oh well. Still think I like the first game better, honestly. This one's not bad. We still have a lot to figure out in this one, but still like the first one better. Anyway, I'm going to head out for now. So thanks for hanging out, y'all. Tomorrow, we're going to do a fun little co-op stream with Brood. We're gonna play Secret Agent Wizard Boy and the rest of the title. See ya, Wizzy. So yeah, that's our plan for tomorrow. Yeah, everybody take care. Stay away from the snakes. Stay warm. Please don't get concussed. Alright. Bye.